How to deploy the IPBRICK operating system on Amazon Web Service platform. Access the Amazon Web Service website. If you don't have an Amazon Web Service account, create one. If you already have an account, sign into the Management Console using your credentials. Before creating the virtual machine, make sure that you have selected the United States East North Virginia region in the upper right corner. This is a region where you will find the IPBRICK operating system image available. Select the Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud EC2 option. In the Image menu, select the Amazon Machine Images option, and in Public Images, search for IPBRICK. This search will return the IPBRICK OS image available on the platform. In this case, we will select the latest version of the IPBRICK operating system and press Launch. Following this, different types of virtual machines with different types of performance will be displayed. For this example, we have chosen a virtual machine with 2 CPUs and 4 GB of RAM. After choosing the virtual machine's characteristics, press Configure Instance Details. Let's configure the instance details then. In this case, we have already created a virtual private cloud, but if you haven't, you can create one right now. A subnet should also be selected. Under Network Interface, add a network interface. Within the range of available IPs on the subnet, define a primary IP. Press Review and Launch. Still in the Instance Type menu, select the Edit Security Groups option. The platform's firewall should be configured so that it can forward all network traffic to IPBRICK's public interface. To do so, go to Type and select the All Traffic option. Now press Review and Launch. In Edit Storage, we can set the disk space. For this example, we have chosen a 160 GB disk. IPBRICK is on Logic Volume Manager, LVM, which allows you to expand your disk space at any time. To proceed to the next step, press Review and Launch, and then Launch. Now press Proceed without a key pair, and then press Launch Instances. Next, press View Instances. To be able to use IPBRICK OS, you still have to associate an elastic public IP. In the Network and Security menu, select the Elastic IP option. Then, allocate elastic IP address, and finally press Allocate. You can edit the name of the IP so that it is easier to identify. In the Instances menu, click on Instance ID, followed by Networking. Select the IPBRICK Public Interface ID to associate a previously defined elastic IP. Then press Actions and Associate Address. Select the IPs you want to associate and press Associate. At this point, IPBRICK's provisioning page is already accessible through the public IP. During the first access, ignore the security warning. After finishing the provisioning process, the security certificate will be activated. Fill in the fields on the provisioning page and press Submit. Approximately 20 minutes later, you should receive an email with the credentials to access the IPBRICK interface. With the information provided in the email, such as your login and password, you can access the IPBRICK operating system interface. Next, let's enable Secure Sockets Layer (SSL) certificates for the provisioned domain. In Advanced Configuration, select Certificates and then press New. Fill in the fields with the certificate data. Then save and confirm changes to apply configurations. Again, in the Certificates menu, activate Services with Certificates. To do so, just edit and associate the domain for which you want to activate the service. Lastly, apply configurations. IPBRICK is now ready to use with valid certificates.